Alright, so figure I'm going to start here because I almost won against him. Literally, if I just aimed and actually hit him with a sword, then I would have won the fight. But yeah, so what I figured out was instead of so I genuinely am having a tough time beating two of these Black Knights towards the gate. Two of them at once, especially one of them being halberd and one of them being axe. It's genuinely pretty difficult. That being said, what I figured out was Havel's Ring actually makes it so that I can run into stone armor, and I can run and roll. And I realized that I have 20 Estus, so I mean, I don't even really need Havel's Ring on, but this is much quicker for the time being. Then what I went ahead and did was off camera I went and got the wolf ring. Sorry I didn't show that, but I believe in my previous playthrough I showed how to get the wolf ring, and if not, I'll do it again in my next playthrough. Alright, so here's the idea. I'm going to switch this to wolf ring, cast my Iron Man spell, and now we will pass. That's still, even with that much poise. So the good news is that I have so much poise that I can heal in the middle of all that nonsense. Heal again. And having 20 Estus, I can pretty much heal as much as I want. Start healing again. Still does a massive amount of damage, even. He still managed to even uppercut me. He's trying everything in his power, but it is not enough for Iron Man. It's incredible he can break your poise even with stone armor, iron flesh, and the wolf ring. And this time around I'll go ahead and show this ending. And I guess to fill out the rest of the episode, we'll go play some New Game Plus, show off a little bit more pyromancy. This armor is actually pretty epic to end the game into. Yeah, it's pretty funny. Last playthrough it was straight up keep rolling strats. This time around, it was stand and take all the abuse that you can dish out. I didn't even have a plus 15 weapon when I did that too, so I probably would have staggered him even more if I took the time to grind out some more. Grind out some more Titanite chunks. Sorry, I had to figure out how to turn on volume. So yeah, that's playthrough number 2 right there, deprived. Hopefully it was different enough for people to not be like, oh, you just did the same thing again. I feel like I didn't. I had to go to a couple of places that I didn't go to in my last playthrough, and if anything, this the iron skin stone armor combo was totally just. I thought about it, and it's like 4 kings and Gwyn literally just come to you. You don't need to be you don't need to go up to them. What's the point? You can pretty much be as tanky as you want, and if they're close to you, close enough to you for you to hit them with a sword, then that's all that really matters. So it's actually really hilarious that it worked. I'm hand to God, didn't like look up any strategy when it came to that. It just popped in my head. I didn't even know about the Iron Flesh spell until I was actually just looking through the pyromancy spells, because I'm planning on doing my next playthrough being a pyromancy playthrough, and I saw the Iron Flesh one, and I was like, huh, what's that all about? And I casted it, and my character was so heavy, not even any armor on, so heavy that he couldn't roll, couldn't run. And I was like, wow, he must be really tanky right now. So then it popped in my head like, well, if he's tanky right now, then will it stack with stone armor? So, and I believe it did. It seemed like it did. Sometimes if 14's getting a direct hit on me, and I was doing barely even a 20th of my health, so yeah, pretty interesting. The parts, I believe, in this playthrough were longer, but I think overall I actually finished the game faster than my last playthrough. So that's interesting. I don't know, maybe if I mix together getting a Black Knight Greatsword with maxing out Pyromancy, maybe the next playthrough is the best of both worlds, where I won't limit myself to getting that sword, but also being super duper tanky. I feel as if, though, that it might work better with the Black Knight Halberd or the Black Knight Greatsword, just to get a little bit more reach. Although, the game leading up to those last two fights is definitely easier with just the Black Knight sword. I haven't really ever got the hang of the Halberd. It's your charge attack, like your not your R2 attack, but your running R1 attack is actually very nice with the Halberd. But other than that, I'm not really a big fan of the moveset. I'm a bigger fan of the Dark Knight sword moveset. So maybe the next playthrough is a best of both worlds playthrough. And at this point, I might be able to beat the game in one night. So, especially if there's no limitations placed on me, and I don't know. It's all about when you're playing with the Black Knight weapon. It's all about how quickly you can get your hands on Twinkling Titanite. So, yeah. Do a 2-minute magic card. 16. Let's see if we can take down the big guy with just the fireballs. Oh, 70,000 souls. Oops. Well, that did barely any damage. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look up how to do more damage with Pyromancy, but it seems like it doesn't do much damage. I don't know if you need Power Within in order to really start cranking out some damage as a Pyromancer. That's something I haven't shown yet. Oops. Yeah, let's die to Straight Demon. First things first, New Game Plus, die to Straight Demon. Ooh. Hit him in the junk with a fireball. Yeah. Uh-oh. Alright, broke. I mean, yeah, no. This still... damage seems pretty underwhelming. Kind of makes me want to do a best of both worlds. I take this newly formed Iron Flesh strategy, but with the power of a Black Knight weapon. Because, really, even this weapon being plus 13 is still only 236 when you take a look at the Black Knight sword. And halberd's 245 base stats, and which, man, I wish I could just trade this into another save. 220 for the Black Knight sword, unupgraded. And I think off camera I'm gonna get far enough. I'm gonna go over to whoops. Let's actually talk to him. He has the Big Hill Pilgrim's Key. That's interesting. So yeah, I will. The toughest parts of this game, or this playthrough, honestly, were Ornstein and Smo. Were really tough. What else? Ornstein and Smo. That was easily the toughest part. It took usually it takes maybe about, I don't know, roughly on average like 7 or 8 tries. Even that's a little high. Sometimes I get them first try. It's if I get really good RNG out of them and they're just spazzing out, then I can get it first try sometimes. But you know, then there's times where, you know, like this time around trying to do it, it took maybe about 15 or so tries. It's pretty brutal. But missing out on the staggers, it's just, it's kind of a big deal. Because especially with Ornstein, he if you don't lock him down with staggers, then he can hop away and you know, kind of get frustrated, lose track of Smo, and go in for more, and you might go and you get more damage off on him, but then there comes a charging hammer attack and you're flying through the air and you're wondering why you're playing this game. But you know, there's times where, you know, you figure out new strategies and breathe this new life into the game, and you realize that this is a fantastic game. Once again, I sing the highest praises. I can't recommend this game enough. I really can't. And I know some people might see the time that I'm uploading this in 2019 after the release of Remaster. I actually haven't played Remaster yet. I'm not 100% sure if my computer will be able to. I'm sure it'll be able to run it, but I'm not sure how it would look being recorded, if it would even make a difference, or if it might even look worse. I'm not sure. It's kind of like the 4K thing, where you actually need to turn your sharpness all the way down in order to have like the best definition. Remaster might look so crisp that it comes across like super blurry with how I'm recording it right now. And I think if I'm gonna do Remaster, I'll wait until I have better recording equipment so that it doesn't look super shitty. Wonder what I don't know. It's not amazing me right now. I mean, it pretty much. Whoa! I thought he got staggered. Whoops. I just want to make it to what's his name again, Andre or whatever his name is, to figure out after you level up the Black Knight sword how much damage it does. But that does it for this playthrough in particular. Probably going to play a little bit of this new game plus just to get to the blacksmith, and then I'm done with this one. I think what I'm going to do next is I'm going to figure out a little best of both worlds. I'm going to take the weapon from my previous playthrough, but I'm also going to incorporate this newfound super armor strategy, and maybe even find out if there's a way to even upgrade the stone armor so I'm just like completely impervious. But if you happen to watch either of these playthroughs all the way, I really appreciate your time. I know this, even now, I had my computer fan on this entire time. I know that these recordings are beyond anything perfect. But if you happen to be watching this, your time is greatly appreciated, and hope you enjoy the rest of whatever you got going on, your day, your year. As always, have a good one.